Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chuck Williams, and it is my privilege to be co-hosting tonight's presentation with my good friend Duncan Driscoll. Before we get started, we always like to have this disclaimer up there. Kathy Coover is the lady in the bottom right-hand corner, and I can actually relate to her story quite a bit. She was with several network marketing companies that let her down throughout her career as she rose to the top. And finally, her and her husband decided if it was going to be done right, they would do it themselves. And so they started Isagenix 18 years ago, and that's what you're going to hear about tonight. It's a phenomenal company, but it's much, much more than a company. Here we've got your earnings disclaimer, your product disclaimer. If you want to do a screenshot, you can, but we take this very seriously because this is a legacy company, and everything is done with integrity. With that being said, this is yours truly just a few days ago, several decades ago, with my lovely wife, Diane. And she's a big part of my story. She's my why. And we've gone through a lot together. We started in corporate America at the age of 20. I was got married to this lovely lady. By the time I was 24, I was a general manager of a corporation, and then worked my way up the corporate ladder. While doing that, I got involved in network marketing, and I got exposed to some of the bigger companies in network marketing. Then I got exposed to some of the smaller startup companies. I thought that was the way to go. And so I became the #1 incomer with 4 different small companies. Thought that was great. The bad thing was they didn't last. They went out of business. I don't get those residual checks. Finally, here, you're going to see what I have found for my home. The last 3 years I've been involved with Isagenix, and I'll tell you, I have literally found my home for life. It's transformed my body and my finances. Our guest speaker tonight is a friend, Duncan Driscoll, and he's going to share some insights with you that if you'll fasten your seatbelts, you're going to see some current events, but then you're also going to see an opportunity for you to help a lot of people during these times. So Duncan, if you'd please share your story and let me know when you want me to change the slide, I'll be glad to do that for you, sir.
Thanks. Thanks, Chuck. I'm excited to be able to share this evening, and I too welcome everyone that's on the call. I think the most important thing I want to start with is that I encourage you to come into this with an open mind. That is the most important thing. We're going to show you a business unlike anything you've seen before. This is a different economic and business model that can give you freedom if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for $1,000 a week, if you're looking for $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month or more, or a lot more, there is no limit to how much money you can make. But this is a work program, but you can do it very quickly. A few years ago, I was introduced to this company by a friend of mine. I'd known him for 30 years, Herb Zepeda. He was a former New York State trooper, and I love him and his wife. We've maintained a relationship over decades. We were involved in marketing a product line 30 years ago. We had both reached the top level of a company that went from small to big very quickly. And I experienced something that I had not experienced before in any other business, hypergrowth. We started with $258. Within about 24 months, we were making $24,000 a month. Our income continued to go up from there. And at 31 years old, I was able to semi-retire. And it wasn't that I did something great. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And I'm a worker like Chuck. I was a surfer. My passion in life is surfing. I didn't have a big center of influence. I just had a passion for life. And so Herb called me to tell me about this company he was involved with. And he went on to tell me that he and his wife were the top earners in the company, that they were earning about $50,000 a week. And I said, Herb, $50,000 a week, that's a lot of money. I'd just gotten bought out, or I was waiting for a buyout from a technology company that I founded that got bought out by Intel. And it wasn't the right time for me to start to build another business. But I did use the product, and this is the result. After 16 weeks, after I went into the contest, they have a 16-week body transformation contest. At 58 years old, clearly this product line is exceptional. I'm in better shape now than I was 30 years ago. So Chuck, let's go on and move into the presentation and just talk a little bit about current events. This is going to be pretty quick. I just want to show you some snapshots that I put together today. So everything that we know has changed, and it changed overnight. What is social distancing? We never used that term before. And now, we're thinking about it everywhere that we go. So normality has been canceled. And there are a lot of people that are going to be on the losing end, and a lot of people with the right mindset can position themselves to win. So I like this quote from Mark Cuban. everything's changed. It's America 2.0. Let's go to the next slide. So, he's a positive guy. He sees opportunity, and that's what I want you guys to see this evening. So is the world on a collision course with financial and economic equivalent of a meteor impact with a shock wave? And clearly that's where we are right now. No matter what happens with the virus, look at what's happening around the world. This is Santa Monica, nobody on the pier. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to little snap. This is New York City, where I grew up. It's empty. It's like right after 9/11. Where's all the business? Where are the people? Look at this, even the slopes. Go to the next one, Chuck. This is the environment that we're in right now. And already they're saying that the hiring environment is worse for young people than it was in 2007, 2008. I have to tell you that when I was involved with that company 30 years ago, they went from small to big. We were in a recession. My wife and I didn't even know it. We only knew it because of the headlines, pink slips everywhere. But we built a business over a 2-year period when most people were wondering, what are they going to do to put food on the table? And we're right back in that same spot, I think, only worse now. Look at this. This is South Beach. Did you ever see South Beach like this? So we know it's happening, but how many people are going to be affected by this? These are the headlines from Drudge Report. U.S. faces 18 months of rolling shutdowns, ? Obesity, single biggest factor. That makes what we're doing even more relevant, and you'll understand that in a few minutes. All 50 states under disaster declaration for the first time in the U.S. history. Look at these headlines. Leaders seize new powers. Surveillance thrives. Grocery stores, increasingly fear showing up. Elbow to elbow, meat plant workers fall ill. They just shut down Smithfield, Chuck. Smithfield, largest pork producer in the world, just closed their doors because of this. They may reopen, but clearly there's something significant happening. So why network marketing and why now? I can tell you that it's the only business that I've ever seen that can give a person freedom. It's a level playing field. Everybody starts in the same spot and the top's wide open if you're at the right place at the right time with the right company. In my opinion, it's the best form of product distribution in the world. And it gives you an opportunity to have a passive residual income. You work once and you get paid for life. So time flexibility, ability to work from anywhere. You can build a global network. You can network in your town, in a state, in the United States. You can go outside the U.S., wherever this company is doing business, and they're in 14 or 15 countries. You could build a global business from your home, and everyone's home now. It's the perfect time to do this. And there's no cap on your earning potential with this company. And we're not going to dig into the deep details of the compensation plan, but that is the truth. And the person that invited you onto this call can tell you how it works. So when I entered that contest, I became a finalist, one out of, I think, 15 out of 37,000 people approximately that entered during that time period. The company paid for me to go out to Phoenix, and this is what I saw. This company's been in business for 18 years. They've done $7 or $8 billion cumulatively in sales. And in my opinion, they've done everything right. How often does that happen? They've been in Inc. magazine fastest growing companies for something like 11 years straight. They're built on honesty and integrity. And I'll tell you why. It's doing something very different in nutrition that other companies are not doing. So why Isagenix? This is a little dated. There are about 313 people that have earned over $1 million. The company's been growing for 18 years, privately held, responsibly run, and no operational debt. These are the markets that they're selling into: weight, wellness, performance, vitality, well-being, personal care, and beauty, and financial wellness. And in my opinion, as good as these products are, and they're the best that I've come across, and everything's triple tested for quality. We'll dig into that in just a minute. But their financial opportunity, I think, is their best product. And it's so simple. We put together a very simple plan so that you can build and replace your income very quickly. What it took my wife and I to do in 24 months, I honestly believe that somebody could do that same thing in 12 weeks. And it's because of technology. So our business plan is built around a single product to make it simple. We introduce people to a shake. And we have a whey-based shake and we have a plant-based shake. And if you were going to try to duplicate the amount of nutrients that you're going to get in one shake, you'd have to eat about everything on this plate, about $30 worth of food. So they pack all of the nutrients in a high-quality meal into a shake for somewhere between $3 and $4, depending upon which shake you buy. That's incredible. But that's not the main differentiator. Not only is it inexpensive, but in terms of quality, it's chemical free. This is above organic grade. And you could stop this if you're watching this afterwards on a recording. These are the highlights. And I went into a couple of vitamin stores, GNC and another one, and I said, this is what I'm looking for. I don't want any chemicals. And I went through this whole list. And the guy behind the counter, the manager, said, we don't have anything like that. And I said, okay. I just wanted to see what the price point was, but it didn't even exist. So we built a compensation plan around that shake. It's called an everyday shake pack. So for about $3 per meal, it's a fully balanced meal replacement. You can either get lean and increase your lean muscle mass, or you can increase your lean muscle mass. They've got double-blind studies out of Skidmore that show that you can lose more fat and increase your lean muscle mass more effectively and long-term than a heart-healthy diet that your doctor would put you on. And anybody put you on this call can get you that information as well. If you were to Google Isagenix transformations, I encourage you to do it. You're going to see thousands of pictures like this. This is why this company is exploding. And oh, by the way, Chuck, I know you've heard this and other people on this call have heard this. One of the main risk factors right now is your healthy condition, either your healthy condition or lack thereof. People that are being really hit hard with coronavirus are people that are, number one, obese and have underlying health conditions. And that's why this company is exploding. So not only is the opportunity right, but the product is relevant and the cost is at the right price point and the quality is superior to anything that I've seen. So Chuck, again, if you're here for the first time, there's a lot of information to absorb. We're just giving you a high-level look, but it's important to dig into this compensation plan from that bird's eye view and help you to understand how significant this is if you're looking for a replacement income or a big business opportunity. So Chuck, I'm going to hand it right back to you, buddy. Let's hear how you explain it. You do a great job with this.
Thank you, Duncan. And basically, let me make sure I'm not on mute. Okay, I'm not. This is my personal transformation of my body. And like Duncan, I thought I was going to be a finalist in the IsaBody Challenge. I was not. He was. But it transformed my body. And that's what was important to me. It gave me my quality and quantity of my life back. Amazing. At 58 years old, I feel better than I did in my 30s. Financially, I'm no Herb Cepeda. I have not made $50,000 a week. In fact, my best week in the industry was $10,000 in a week. But tonight, I'm going to show you how to get your products paid for and then go way beyond that if you desire. But it does take work. I am an ordinary guy, but I'm a very hard worker and I can follow a system. And that's what we're going to show you. It's going to take hard work and you have to follow a system if you want to be successful. I repeat this earnings disclaimer that I showed in the beginning because it's very important that you realize what I'm about to show you is a model. It's just to show you the concept. There are no guarantees to your personal income. The compensation plan is no respecter of person. However, you're going to have to do the work to earn the money. So this is a great quote here from Warren Buffett. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And more people have just resigned themselves to that is their life. It doesn't have to be. Opportunity, John D. Rockefeller, a couple of great quotes. Try to turn every disaster into an opportunity. Well, I think we all agree we're living in a disaster right now. It could be your opportunity. Effort. I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. That's going to be something we key on tonight because that, ladies and gentlemen, is leverage. Now, Duncan mentioned we have a system. And it's all based on this one pack right here because we believe through our experience that everybody in the world needs this good nutrition as a foundation for their body's health. And so we teach this from the very beginning. It's only $6 a day, and that's 2 meals a day using these shakes to get the nutrition into your body. Ladies and gentlemen, that's $3 a meal replacement, 250 calories. It's absolutely phenomenal. He mentioned earlier all the nutrition that's in there. So let's show you how to get this paid for. The Everyday Shake Pack is going to cost you $168 at the time of this recording. You introduce 2 friends within your first 30 days, and you're going to earn $100 back just from our rank advancement. You become a consultant, the company's going to pay you $100. There's a couple other bonuses that kick in, but this is the starting point right here. To get your products paid for free, you simply help the people that you got to be customers. You teach them how you got the money back. And so now you're teaching them how to do the same thing you did. So you're almost eating for free in the beginning, but now you're really eating for free. You share, they share. That simple concept right here, it is the core of our compensation plan. There's Duncan said, we're not going to get a deep weed stay on the comp plan because it is deep. But this is the foundation right here. If you can do this right here, which I believe you can reach the top of this pay plan. It's just a matter of repeating this 5 times total. So at this point, you would have earned $570 simply by you purchasing an Everyday Shake Pack, 2 customers purchasing an Everyday Shake Pack from you, your 2 customers becoming associates and selling 2 shake packs to 2 customers also. That simple model right there earns you $570 if done within your first 60 days as an associate. To me, that's amazing. Now, again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this slide, but I'm going to talk a little bit about compounding and leverage. And so I wanted you to understand this one way we make money. This is the long-term residual. We call the power of 2. It's also known as cycle bonuses. When your 2 teams achieve a certain amount of volume from all your customers combined on your right and left team, when you hit 900 BB, 600 one team, 300 the other, it's a $54 bonus. Now, you don't have to understand all the math about that just now. I just want you to understand that this pays down to unlimited levels. That's why we're not a multi-level company. You don't get cut off at a certain number of levels. This pays down to an infinite number of levels. It does max out at 250 of these cycles per week, though. In order to pay down to infinite levels, it has to have a cap. The cap is $13,500 a week. That's $700,000 a year if you hit that cap every week a year. That's a lot of money. Most people can live on that. So with that being said, if you do the formula, a $54 cycle based on 900 business volume, it comes up to 6% on your overall volume throughout your organization. Now, I want to take just a minute to step out of our compensation plan and show you something I think we can all relate to. It's the penny a day double. And if you want to sit down and do this with a calculator, do it yourself and look at after 10 days, you're at $5.12. Most people quit our business after 10 days because they're at $5.12. But look what happens if you continue to compound that penny a day double, penny a day double. Look at the 20 through 30 days. You're actually creating wealth through leverage. In this example, the penny a day double. Now let's take that back. I told you it was going to be a fast presentation, but not that fast. Take that back to our compensation plan. You can leverage our compensation plan. Instead of a penny, you're talking about 100 business volume. That's what that Everyday Shake Pack is. You buy that your first month, but then you also buy that every month because that's your core nutrition right there. And then you get 2 people to do the same thing. And then just like the penny a day doubled, you get those 2 to get 2, and then those 4 to get 2, and those 8 to get 2, and you just walk it right down the system here. As Duncan said, we're showing this in a 12-week time frame. It may take you 12 months. It may take you 12 years. Duncan and I both believe that someday somebody's going to catch us and do it in 12 days. It's just a time thing. It doesn't matter. But see the concept here. It works the same. But look at how our compensation plan pays out. In your first 4 weeks, remember the $575 I mentioned you earn with you share, they share? Well, if you're getting 2 your first week and they get 2 their first week, voila, you've done that. That's $575. But you're also going to be earning that 6% on the volume you create. So 6% of $3,000, your total earn that first month will be $750. Again, not a world, a windfall, but my goodness, who in the world right now wouldn't want an extra $750 in their first month in business? That's simply you share, they share, and then those people repeat that 2 more weeks. Now take it down to the 3rd month, weeks 5 through 8. Starts to get pretty exciting as it starts to double each week as everybody brings in 2. Why are they bringing in 2? Because they're getting a great value and they're sharing it with a couple people and they're teaching those 2 people how to get a great value. We're not talking rocket science here. We're talking real food, real meals, 56 meals during the course of a month. But look what happens in that 3rd month in this example. It gets crazy. In fact, in week 12, remember that cap I mentioned of 250 cycles a week? You hit that in your 12th week here if it were to work that way. Now, I'll disclaim it for a 3rd time here. No one's ever done it this way. I don't think it ever will be done quite this beautifully because somebody's going to mess around and get 3 or 4 people, and some people are going to get 0 people. This is just a model to show you how our compensation plan works. And many other compensation plans don't work this way because once you get past a certain number of levels, you stop getting paid in that volume. That's not so here with Isagenix. This, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very exciting. So with that, let me tell you the pros real quick. You can earn free product. So if you want nothing else, get your products for free. And if you just want good nutrition, let me tell you, 85 to 90% of the people in Isagenix are only customers. They don't get their product for free. They pay for it because it's a great value in and of itself. But we like to teach everybody on our team at least get the products paid for free, free product. The second one is if you want to build this as a business, flexible time. Do it when you want to do it. It's an hour or two of solid work, contacting people and inviting them to look at this presentation. That's what we do. New income stream. We're not asking you to quit your job and do this. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their job. I can relate to that. Lost my job 3 times in corporate America. Not a good feeling when you're the breadwinner of your family. This is an additional stream of income for you. You can do this part-time. Eventually, if you're making enough money and you want to do it full-time, that's an option you'll have someday. Simple, proven system. That's what we have, a simple 7-step program that you can follow and succeed. There's no risk. In fact, our products have a 30-day money-back guarantee. No overhead. I'm not in a big office environment. I don't have employees. All that is taken care of by the company. All I do is invite people to check out this opportunity and get products. Tax benefits. My goodness, the benefits of owning your own business are enormous. Give it a CPA or someone who does your accounting and let them explain it to you. It's wonderful. And if you decide to really get serious about this, you can change the future of generations behind you with a legacy income. So why engage? Well, first and foremost, the most important thing is improve your own health. Secondly, build your wealth. Can this work for you is the real question. And I say yes. I say if you're willing to do the work, you're willing to follow the system, and you're willing to let us help you along the way, I believe every single person listening to my voice can do this, and the timing is now. So let's get started. What do you do? Number one, get back with the person who invites you and get an account set up. It's free to do. It's free membership. Become a preferred member, get a 25% discount off retail, and start using these products. Get these products in your body, and you won't help but share with other people because it'll transform your body. Number two, share the products with other people. Get your 2 customers. We recommend you do it in your first week. It's amazing. And then number 3, 95% of what you're going to do as far as work in our system is inviting people to watch this presentation. That's 95% of what we do is find people to invite and then invite people to this presentation so they too can see what you've discovered. And number 4, follow up. The fortune's in the follow-up. New people are not going to know what to do. You're going to need to help them. Simply tell them, let's set up an account and get you started. Then get them on one of these calls and let them go from there. Let them turn their own light bulb on, as we say, and simply repeat that process. So Duncan, I want to thank you, and I want to thank all of our guests for joining us. Get back with the person who invites you. Someone has just offered you a life-changing opportunity. Don't minimize this. Many, many, many of us have had our bodies and our finances transformed. Why not you? God bless you. We'll see you on the team soon. Bye-bye.